Hello everyone. So in this video, I wanted to talk about advanced roadmaps. Now, I have seen this, not really seen this, but I have faced this issue, and it is actually a difficult problem to solve. And let me share the problem. Now, we all know that advanced roadmaps is a way to create more hierarchy. So basically, if you talk about advanced roadmaps, there are different things that you can do with it. One prominent thing that people do with it is to basically have hierarchy, right? So in Jira, we have three levels natively, right, without any additional feature: epic, story, and subtasks, right? Now, when you have advanced roadmaps, you can have more levels on top of your epic, right? Now, you can, of course, create something like initiative, and you can also have capability, right? And usually capability is on top. Now the thing is, you have the option to map these levels to different issue types. Now you can of course create, let me first save it, and you can actually create more issue types. And when you create new issue types, let us say you have capability as an issue type, right? You also have initiative as an issue type. Initiative, right? So when you have these different issue types, you can map it to your levels. So capability is mapped to capability, initiative is mapped to initiative. And good thing about this hierarchy is that you can have multiple levels, like capability and initiative, but you can have multiple issue types mapped to these levels. So maybe you want to have something called as capability along with goal. So goal could be your issue type, which is mapped to capability. And you can have a feature, new feature, along with initiative mapped to initiative, right? So this is good. And this gives you some flexibility. At the same time, the challenge is that these hierarchy, these levels are not really project specific. Now, these are global. Now, the moment you have global levels, you could face pushback from other teams. Now, to create these levels in Jira, of course, I've just done it in 2 minutes, but in reality, it is not easy at all, especially if you're working in a big organization. It doesn't really matter if it is a big organization or a small organization. You need so many approvals, you need endless discussions to reach to a conclusion, to agree on what hierarchy you should have in Jira, because there might be a team where, good thing about this hierarchy is that you have the option to use or not use some of these levels, but only from top, or maybe at the bottom, right? At the bottom it doesn't really matter, but maybe you have some projects where they just want to start with initiative, right? That will work perfectly. But you can't really have like a level or hierarchy where you have capability and then epic, or maybe they want initiative on top of your capability, or maybe they want some different form of these levels. It is actually a big problem. Because you can never really reach an agreement, because maybe the way these teams work, they don't really need initiative in between. They just want capability and epic, and so on. And if you're trying to do something like cross-project planning and planning for multiple months, then and especially if those so-called scaled agile consultants come into picture. By the way, I have done SAFe course, like SPC, the one of the difficult course, which is not really difficult. It's more about just going through various slides. I did it because someone else was paying for it, and I honestly didn't find it useful. Now the thing is that if you have such situation, then you will have to basically either take a decision on their behalf, or so basically you can decide whom to upset, and you can then decide if you want to upset like maybe a big team or a small team, or maybe a team which is probably not that important. So sometimes you have to make those decisions. Maybe you as a Jira consultant will not have a say in this. Usually these things are program level, director level decisions, but people might ask you. It depends. And being a Jira consultant, if you are probably a bit old like me, or experienced, or if you are a bit pushy, or I should use the word arrogant, too much confident, I think you can probably push for it. Maybe you can take the decision and you can just go with it. So sometimes you have to take a decision, and of course I'm not really saying you should do it without, because you can't really do these changes if you don't really have the authority, because not only you're going to make changes in Jira which are global, but these changes will affect the way people and teams work. So in these cases, of course I'm not really going to leave you like this. So as I mentioned, try to agree, try to reach a conclusion, try to convince them, maybe have something which is like these categories, make these levels. So good thing about this is that you can say something like capability / goal, right? You can do that. And when you do this, you are trying to make these level names a bit more generic, or a bit more ambiguous, I guess that is a correct word, but you can do that. The other thing that you can do is, apart from of course convincing people, the other thing that you can do is try to keep these levels on top that are that you think can be skipped, because teams can choose not to use capability or goal, so they can just use initiative. And of course you can have multiple issue types mapped to these levels. So apart from communicating, agreeing, pushing, making it a bit more generic, you can also try to use issue linking, because you can, in a way, when you're using issue linking is not really building hierarchy. Issue linking is all about linking two issues together. Now, good thing is that you are able to build or use that linking feature and show it in a form of a hierarchy using plugins like, or modules, apps like Structure or JXL Time, I think Sheets, right? So there are ways to visualize those levels, like issue linking. Like you can use Structure or JXL Sheets to look at your issue links and then build your own custom hierarchy, apart from using this portfolio or advanced roadmaps hierarchy. So yeah, I mean, this is all I wanted to talk about. I know it is not ideal to have one team using, or like, a different way of hierarchy, and that is where I always talk about talking to people. If you're in a position where people look up to you and they think, okay, if we need something, let us listen to Ravi. So the way I do it is, of course, I don't really push people. I mean, sometimes I do, to be honest, but I mean, not sometimes. I try to, because to be honest, as a Jira consultant, as an experienced Jira consultant, and of course, skills, and if you're intelligent like me, then you will have that confidence, and that confidence, that intelligence will come. I know I'm sounding arrogant now, but it's all about solving problems for other clients for a long time. And most people don't really know how Jira works, how they can configure Jira for solving not only their current problems, but like have a vision of, for example, if someone is saying that, okay, I want a feature here, or something else, like some other issue type. Now you can ask them that, yes, our company is moving towards this common way of working, and each and every team will have this these many levels, because we are trying to align with SAFe. I mean, these terms are useful because sometimes you can just throw these words at them and make them think, make them realize that if they don't follow this hierarchy, then they are probably going to miss out. So fear of missing out is actually something that it should be one of your skill. I mean, to make people scared. Like they should probably think that if they don't follow the standard, then they are doing something wrong, and you can basically trick them into this thinking. So good thing about Jira is that it is flexible, but not each and everything. I wish if Atlassian could have hierarchy schemes, which I think maybe not, because I think the way these levels work, it's like too much like deep. I don't really think you can. I think fundamentally the way portfolio works, I don't really think you can easily change this. So yeah, that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you found this video useful and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.